Hello, everybody. My name is Selcuk Akpinar. I'm a full professor at Faculty of Sport Sciences, Nevşehir Hacı Bektaş Veli University, Nevşehir, Turkey. Before starting my presentation, I would like to thank the conference organizer, Faculty of Physical Education and Sport, University of Novi Sad. So today, I will talk about the role of fundamental motor skills and abilities, and I will briefly mention about my recent project, a novel anticipation time measurement system. Let's have a start. We all know that achieving success in sport is not an easy task. Some researchers stated that success in sport is closely tied to an athlete's ability to perform fundamental motor skills effectively and also efficiently. And to execute sport-specific motor skills, athletes require perceptual, motor, and physical proficiencies. Cooker, in her books, emphasized that these proficiencies are underpinned by inherited abilities, which are essential for achieving high performance. While research has identified 20 to 30 key perceptual, motor, and physical abilities, Schmidt and Riesberg note that the levels of these abilities vary significantly among individuals. So basically, it is also individualized. This is a taxonomy which was created by Flashman. And according to this taxonomy, that was defined as perceptual motor abilities and also physical proficiency abilities. When we look at the perceptual abilities, as we can see that here in this slide, there are many perceptual motor abilities which are very essential to execute a motor skill. I'm not going to go like one by one for each perceptual motor abilities, but most those are like essential to execute a motor skill in any kind of sports. So I'm not saying that all of these perceptual abilities are required to perform a skill, but depending on the skill and the sport, some of these perceptual motor abilities are required. And it is the same for the physical proficiency abilities. In order to perform, in order to execute a sport skill, a motor skill, you have to have some certain abilities to perform that skill. These are like, as you can see again in the slide, that there are many physical proficiency abilities. And there are also some examples that we can see. For instance, for the dynamic strength, it is required in rock climbing. Explosive strength, not only in throwing javelin, but it is like required for many sports itself. So we know that the talent identification is very crucial at the beginning of the career of each athlete. This can be a very important parameters so that we can just select the athletes according to their ability levels. Okay, there are like lots of studies about that. There are lots of research about that. It is still going on, and it is like very important and very valuable topic still in our time. And it was also in the past. And it is very crucial, the talent identification. In this talent identification, tests are used to group athletes based on their skill level and type, making the learning and teaching process more efficient. Proper placement ensures that athletes start at an equal level, allowing for consistent progress in their development. Additionally, measuring abilities is crucial not only for athlete selection, I mean the talent identification, but also it is very important for tracking their development over time. So basically, if we just select, if we just like measure some abilities, in some period of time so that we can see if there is any kind of development or improvement in these athletes. So it is really very essential, both for the athletes and also for the trainers. When we look at the studies in the literature, for instance, there is one study who measured the judokas. And then in these studies, it was found that their perceptual motor abilities and physical motor proficiency and balance skills evaluated, and it was found that judokas performed much better in those abilities, motor abilities, than the sedentary group. Another study also emphasized that possessing advanced perceptual abilities is essential for performing skills effectively and efficiently in various sports. This is also based on the, some other studies saying that for each skill, we need to define for each skill, we need to define what are the required or prerequisite abilities to perform the skill. So as an instructor, as a coach, as a PE teacher, we should first define what kind of abilities are required to perform that skill, so that if we know this information, we can both try to develop those skills, those abilities, and also for the talent identification, if we measure them among the children, and if we find that some children are already inherited and they perform these motor abilities, perceptual motor abilities, or physical proficiency abilities better than the others, so we can just, like in quotes, say that they might perform those kind of skills better than the others. So we should be aware of that. One of the perceptual and motor abilities in the literature is called anticipation time. It is defined as the ability to predict the endpoint of an object or item following a specific trajectory and the time it will reach that point. Anticipation time, which is also called coincidence anticipation time, is commonly used to measure the coordination between the body's limb and eyes, as well as to predict the visual accuracy of this coordination. It is an essential factor for high performance in many sports where coordinated movement between the eyes and limbs is crucial. We also did a couple of studies about anticipation, coincidence anticipation time, and we also found that basically, depending on the sport, the coincidence anticipation time requirements can be different also. Anticipation is discussed in two types, perceptual anticipation and anticipation in discrete skills, which might also told random anticipation. The type of anticipation that involves the individual's consideration of anticipation time is referred to as perceptual anticipation, while the type of anticipation involving actions such as catching, hitting, or throwing an object is referred to as anticipation in discrete skills. In racket sports, for instance, it is necessary to track and observe the ball in order to predict its expected position and then send it to the opposite side. During this process, coincidence anticipation plays a key role in predicting the ball's landing position. Timing and where the ball will be is very crucial to just like send back the ball to the opponent side. Anticipation time is known as a perceptual motor ability that has long been used to assess athletes' performance and identify skilled individuals. According to the literature, experienced high-performance athletes tend to have better anticipation time compared to those with less experience, and this was found in many studies. These findings basically suggest that anticipation time is an important and necessary factor in athlete selection, development, and also evaluation. So basically, for the talent identification, we might use coincidence anticipation time measurement so that we can just like, distribute to children in a proper sport type. So basically their coincidence anticipation time ability can in fact direct them in which sport is better for them. A review of the literature reveals that anticipation time has been studied in various sports, including football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, tennis, table tennis, and badminton. In most of those studies, basically, the equipment that you can see in the slide, Bayesian anticipation timer device, was used to measure anticipation time. As you can see in the slide, in the picture, so basically this Bayesian anticipation timer this device has been using in the literature more than 20 years. And it is like reliable and valid measurement device. However, as you can see, there is only one runway lights. The task is basically the lights, just like one by one turn on, and then you can just like arrange and you can just manage to arrange, control the speed of the lights. And then the target lamp, when it is on, so you just basically hit the button which is holding in your hand. So the Bayesian timer device is approximately 2 meters long and it can be longer. You can just include some more equipment and it can go longer and consists of 3 panels, each with LED lights. The LEDs light up sequentially and their lighting speed can be set, as I told, and adjusted via data transmitter. During the measurement, the athlete is required to predict when the last light will turn on, based on the speed at which the lights illuminate, and press the button in their hand accordingly. So based on this equipment, we wanted to develop a new coincidence anticipation time measurement system so that it can have more opportunities, more measurement opportunities for the coaches, for the trainers, for the scientists also. Similarities of the anticipation time device to be developed, which we are aiming to do with the Bayesian anticipation timer. The total number of trials can be set in the software. Yes, in the Bayesian anticipation timer, you can do it. And the one that we will develop, it's going to be the same. The time interval between trials, yeah, it is going to be the same in our new novice measurement system. The target light to be illuminated can be predetermined. Yes, it is the same for both equipments. There will be an infrared sensor application for stopping the time. So basically, if you are holding a racket, for instance, and if you swing the racket, you can also stop the target lamp with swinging the racket. So we will have the same system. So basically, the new measurement equipment that we are gonna develop is gonna look like this. So these are the pictures that we developed, in fact. So we will have the participant and we will have the wireless button, which wasn't the case for the Bayesian anticipation timer. And we will have this point matrix anticipation timer panel. And we will coordinate, we will make the experiment, in fact, in the computer. And then you can have so many types of experimental designs. For instance, in the Bayesian anticipation timer, it will go only one direction, okay, only one dimension. In the current one, the one that we will develop, we will, of course, if you just imagine the many sports, I mean the ball, for instance, it doesn't go straight all the time. So it can go in an angle and different dimensions. So basically on the right side, as you can see, we will have different types of measurement opportunities. And basically, from the Ministry of Science and Technology, our project luckily approved. And we just started to develop this measurement. And hopefully, in the near future, I will have a chance to show you the reliability and validity study in of this equipment, and we will share the real equipment with you guys. So when we look at the differences of the anticipation time device that we will develop and with the current one, Bayesian anticipation timer, so it will consist of 3 different panels, but the number of panels can be increased upon request. So we can increase the panels in our new system. And the panel length will be basically 1 meter. The panel width will be 50 centimeter, and this will allow us for tracking of the lights and enable various angles or shapes. With LED panels, all the lights on the panel can be used. So we will have so many LED lights. The target point can not only be a colored light, but also have different shapes and colors. So we might also illustrate the ball shape, regular ball shape, like, badminton ball, for instance, or table tennis ball, the racket ball, or some handball, So basically, we will have a chance uh, to custom this situation in our new system. Yeah, and for example, the target point could be a circular light cluster. The panels of the anticipation device will be on a platform with adjustable height. So we can just adjust the height for our need. Instead of a flat line LED light stimulus that individuals follow during the measurement, stimuli with different shapes and object features can be provided. For example, the shape of table tennis ball can be used as stimulus, and the person will follow the shape of the ball and react once reaching the target point. As I told you, the device will use colored LED lights, so this will allow us for different animations and measurement configurations. And panels can be placed not only in a horizontal plane, but also vertically, allowing for variations in measurement in the vertical plane. And the LED lights will be capable of performing measurements in daylight. So you don't need to have a dark room or laboratory, a specific place to make the measurement. You can measure this coincidence anticipation timing anywhere you want. The speed also, the light speed, will be adjusted in 3 different stages with the same trial. For example, we will also set the lights of the speed, increasing, decreasing, increasing, one case. So because the ball doesn't go like always in the same speed, it can go like it can start a little bit fast, but throughout the air, it will decrease the speed. So we also consider that in our new equipment system. So you will be also able to make any kind of configuration about the speed. And the speed can be changed randomly in different trials within the same measurement sequence. So the button for stopping time will be by virus in our case. And these are, also in some other pictures that the new device will look like. So basically, you can just create your own experiment, and then you can just measure the coincidence anticipation timing in different situations. So basically, as you can see on the right side, you can make a ball shape, and then you can make like bouncing on the table and then going again. And you can also make adjustments about the angles of this, bouncing part. So in this project, we wanted to measure the anticipation timing in different situations and different experimental conditions, so that it will give us more information about the controlling system. Uh, and as I told you during my presentation, hopefully in a year, we will be able to finalize this system, and we will be able to make the reliability and validity study of this measurement system. And then we will be able to also share this system with everybody in the sports science area. And thank you, spending time to, to listen my presentation, and hope to see you personally in the future.